love my countdown music. It's just so jazzy. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Netters Network Thursday Things. Tonight, I have a very special guest. Well, I always have special guests, but this one, I'm just getting to know about her and her channel, so I want you all to know about her and her channel. But before I bring her on, let me introduce to you my co-host. Well, you know him as that guy at the end of the bar, the love of my life, Troy Pacelli. How you doing tonight, sweetie, and what are you sipping on?
I am sipping on something red.
Isn't it a...
It's like a
flavored water?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I have my cran grape without the alcohol. That's a Friday night thing. So it's not a Nutter's Nectar. Yeah. It's not with my pineapple rum. It's just the cranberry grape juice by itself because tomorrow's still a school night. Or it's a school night.
That is true.
And before we bring on our special guest, let me say hello to our lovely chat.
Hello, our lovely chat.
Yes, our lovely chat. It looks like first on the scene was Deleted Scenes at 7:35.
Salute, my friend.
How you doing, sweetie? Oh, and I adore him. Like, share, and subscribe. Yes, please.
Please do that.
And of course, Curtis Selby also giving a salute. He says, I'll be there. I may not be able to stay to the end, but I'll be there.
Awesome,
okay.
Man.
Awesome. Big Al Presents. How you doing, sweetie? Hello, everyone. Hope you have a great stream, my friends. Let's see that. Oh, there we go. Connie Cleary saying hello to the chat. Storyman Jack, how you doing, sweetie?
Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, you shared out the stream in Twitter, and his comment underneath it, I'm already in the chat.
Yes. And of course, this name may sound familiar. Hello, everyone. Excited to be on the show tonight. Mrs.DadmanWalking55. And we'll be bringing her on in just a moment. There's me saying hello to everybody that's here. Mark Malnikoff, how you doing, sweetie? Kapla. Yes, the knives I saw on Facebook, they look great.
You'll have to tell me if there's a special reason you're doing that or just for the F of it.
No. Lady Myst dropping her pretty flowers and hearts for me in my favorite blue.
Yep.
Did I say hello to Connie Clary? If I'm not, well, saying hello to Connie Clary. Lady V Elements giving my hugs. I gotta drop my proper hello to you in the chat as soon as I finish going through all of my my hellos. Lady V Elements is here. Geek Flag with Nate. How you doing, sweetie? Mark says that he's drinking blood wine.
Yeah. Well, no, I think he's guessing that since it's red, it's blood wine. I'll tell you what, if I add a little alcohol to it, it'd be close enough.
Sci-Fi Mombi is in the
chat. Sci-Fi Mombi, another streamer like Deleted Scenes, who I look at and I go, when does she sleep? But keep in mind, I've just recently hit my my viewing hours for monetization, so I know what it takes to get there. Yeah. So I will not begrudge anyone multiple streams.
Exactly. Oh, and then here's DadmanWalking55. How you doing, sweetie?
No, he had to be here.
Let's see.
Lady V's doing Troy Oi. I've missed that. I have missed that. You've been gone a while.
Yes, I have missed you because I'll
Hope
keep
you're
looking
doing
for
okay.
you going, where's my Lady V? So I've got to put my proper hello.
All right. Everybody's saying hi to each other.
Yes, but let me put my proper hello for Lady V into the chat.
There we go.
There we go. And then I'll do my other ones in just a moment. But before I do that, I don't want to keep my guest waiting any longer. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you my guest for tonight, Mrs.DadmanWalking. How are you doing tonight, sweetie? And what are you sipping on?
I am doing absolutely fantastic tonight, and I am just sipping on plain old bottled water.
That's a great way to stay hydrated and not get a headache.
Exactly.
Yes, and not get in trouble.
Well, that's true. That's true. Save that for Friday nights.
Yes, I mean, it's been kind of hot in some places, so yeah, you want to stay hydrated.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Exactly. So first thing I got to say is the joke, and I thought I was being original, but of course I'm not. So we have DadmanWalking55 and Mrs.DadmanWalking55. Al said this the other night. He says, "Would that be Mom Woman Walking 55?" And I was like, I had already made that joke, but yeah, no.
Well, it's quite funny that you said it. And by the way, thank you both for allowing me to be on here.
Oh,
It is
absolutely.
an honor, and I have never been nervous doing my morning show, not once. I am a nervous wreck doing this show, and I don't know why, but
No
we'll
need
I
do
to.
it.
said,
We'll
all
do it.
this is a chat among friends.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of like getting all of us getting together at a party, having
Yes,
some drinks and
absolutely.
I'm
chit
nervous
chatting.
at parties too,
Okay. So you got
but
that
I'm
whole
so
introvert
I'm
thing going on. Okay,
Oh
okay.
yeah, but I'm happy to be here. And yeah, like I say, it was funny that you said like the mom man walking. Actually, we call Mr. Dad man's mom Grandma man walking.
Grandma man,
So
that's
she's
funny.
she's Grandma man walking, and so yeah, so we do spread that a little bit, uh, but yes. So
Welcome, Stardate Trivia. Captain's Log, Stardate 202406.06. Hailing frequencies open. I hope to make contact with friendly life forms in the frienderation. Yeah, welcome, my friend. It's good to see you.
Oh, Lady AV, thank you so much for putting that. I'm going to
Absolutely.
pin that to the top if I can figure out how to pin, because for whatever reason it's not coming up. There we go.
Absolutely.
My options to do anything like pin or whatever it was not did not come up right
And
away.
you have Mrs. Dadman Walking's link down in the description, do you not?
I do.
Make
but I'm
sure
going to
everybody
also,
that is here, please make sure that you subscribe to Mrs.
Actually-
Dadman Walking. She has a wonderful morning show that you should definitely be checking out. And if nothing else, you should be supporting, because that's what we do around here. Together
Yes,
we
we do.
grow.
thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yeah. Don't worry. This is totally softball time.
Oh,
Like
good.
I said, any questions we ask you are under no obligation to answer.
You
And
must
by
answer.
all
You must answer.
well, and by
Where'd you
all
bury the body?
means, do not feel the need to dox yourself or anything like that.
Oh
Because one of
no.
the things I was going to ask, and I want you to answer this generally. Don't be any more specific than you feel comfortable. Hearing a bit of an accent. So we talking a little bit south of the Mason-Dixon line there?
Oh yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. As
Okay.
I say, we're welcome to, like, what do I say? Whatever time it is in my neck of the woods, which is the East Coast of the United States, and everybody knows that I live in the state of Florida. So,
Oh,
uh,
see, some of my favorite YouTubers are in Florida. That's where Age of Boomer's
mhm.
at.
Oh, hold on. Mrs. Dadman, your husband has a message for you. The cornbread turned out great. He's going to go flip the laundry.
Okay, good,
See, now,
good.
okay, if
Thumbs
I
up.
had any doubts about you being south of the Mason-Dixon line, the cornbread, would be the real
Oh,
giveaway there.
Okay, now I have to
mhm.
ask, when you make cornbread, do you put actual corn in it? Because I know some people do.
It depends on what I feel like, because
Okay.
sometimes I do, and sometimes don't, and sometimes I do this more sweet. I put the sugar on top, but usually I don't. I just like cornbread, and if I put corn in it, hmm
Cornbread, the food that can be served as a side dish and a dessert.
Yeah.
and
I
yes, it can. Oh my gosh,
I
cornbread
like
is like,
cornbread. Yeah, I like cornbread. Had somebody served it to me once with actual corn in it, and it was like, okay, this is very weird, and
it's a very
it was
different texture. It's a
it
Yeah.
is,
very
and it was
different
very
texture.
moist too, like
Oh,
wet
very,
moist, not
very.
Hmm
like a moist cake where you're just like, oh,
They
this is
might
good
have.
because it's
Did they
moist.
use cream corn or did they use whole corn or corn?
It looked like it was
Oh,
whole
I
corn,
can't
but it was
imagine she would have
awful.
used.
It's
No,
like no.
we don't eat
Well,
that.
I got to tell you, I was raised that mom would make pancakes and would put corn in the pancakes, and oh my gosh, they were delicious.
Storyman
So
Jack says he puts jalapenos in his,
yes,
and
that you
oh my
can.
gosh, that actually sounds
It
really,
does sound
really
good.
good.
Put in, chop them up and mix it in with it. But I tell you, the biggest secret with cornbread is you have to use a cast iron skillet, and you put put butter in it, and you stick it in the oven while you're mixing up your batter. And you let it get all hot while the oven's preheating. You just stick it in there and let it get as hot as it can get. Then you take it out, and then you put the cornbread in, and it gets that wonderful crisp outside, and then you bake it.
Oh, nice.
But preheating the
Oh, that
cast
sounds
and
good.
using cast iron skillet is so
I,
important to do if you have them.
I'm laughing here because Deleted Scene says, the Mansion Nixon line is what I call it. Right, right.
Okay, so let's get to know our guest a little bit. So, your name is obvious. We know
Hmm.
Dadman Walking. You're Mrs. Dadman Walking, so that one's kind of an obvious of
Hmm.
why you
Well,
chose that name.
actually, the reason I chose it is that before either one of us were streaming, we were in a lot of chats together,
Sure.
and we would sometimes we would flirt with each other. But I wanted everybody to know in the chat
Oh,
that
we don't know anything
we were
about that.
that we were that we were married, because a lot of times
Yeah,
they didn't know. So
right.
that's actually why I chose the name, was originally just for chatting so that we could flirt with each other and people wouldn't get creeped out.
There you go. There you go.
So then, what made you decide to start a YouTube channel?
Well, it's been a while that I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something positive, and I actually was going to do it much earlier than I did. But we had some life stuff that happened that just really kind of derailed us all for a bit. So about a year later, I kind of was talking about it, and Dadman finally said, you can do it. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. In my first stream, I said, I want to build Legos. I love building Legos. I got all these sets. Let me start off with that. And so the very first stream I did was a Lego build. No, wait, was that my very first stream? Maybe, I think so. It might, I don't know. I can't remember. You will learn that I have a horrible memory about even my own life. So, but one of the prominent stream was the Lego build stream of doing the TARDIS. And I had a friend, hungry boy, come on and help me because even though I like Doctor Who, I am not an aficionado, and a lot of the people that were watching were very big into Doctor Who, and I enjoyed the show, but I couldn't do the minutia of it. And so I said, Hungry Boy, I need you to come help me. So he helped me on my first stream, and then I said, I think I want to do a morning show. And then I said, okay. And so, like, I did that stream, and then 2 days later, I started my morning show. And it originally was at 9 a.m., and I did it 7 days a week. And we had birthdays and celebrations and memes. And I tell you, it is a lot of work. It is a part-time job. You
Mm-hmm.
have fun and enjoy it, but wows, there is a lot of work to it. And I was doing it 7 days a week, every morning, an hour and a half show. Um, and and I meant, I said, you got to streamline this some way. It's killing you. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. And so I kind of added puzzles, which, you just kind of put the puzzle up and you play, and change some of the times around and stuff. And that's how we kind of got to where I do that show every morning, Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. And I do Sunday at 1 p.m. So it allows me to go to church on Sunday before I do my stream, which is something that we hadn't been doing and wanted to kind of start doing again.
Wonderful.
So,
Now, I did pin to the top of the chat the link to Mrs. Deadman Walking's channel. Please go over there. Make sure you subscribe. She's currently at 227. Let's see how
oh,
high we
I
can get her
lost
tonight.
two. I
Oh,
lost 2. I
That's
was at
okay.
229.
We'll
The
get at
the
least that
the
much back, I'm sure.
the YouTube gods, I I would figure I know I'll eventually get to the number,
Hmm.
but I just can't. YouTube is so fickle.
oh yeah.
It
They'll
is.
just, you know, and it's like, especially when you get to kind of like close to even like 250, something like that. I think they kind of go, yeah, we don't want them to get there, so we're going to just start whacking subscribers off.
Yeah, it's
And
really weird.
I think it's even less directed than that. I know a lot of people think that no, I think that until you're on their radar, they don't even care about you. It's all 100% AI bot driven.
just
And they just have very, very poorly written programs. That's
that,
really what
yeah,
it is.
I want to feel that I am important, Troy, and that they are targeting me. No, I'm just kidding.
I was
Well,
gonna say, yeah, maybe you don't want that kind of
I
importance,
am
but
just
yeah,
kidding.
yeah,
No, I
yeah,
do not want that at all.
and that
right.
happens with everyone. It's like there
Hmm.
was a period of time where I gained. This is the one that really killed me. There was like some show that I did where I gained something like 15 subscribers during that show. I think we were on PJ with Orville Nation. He
Hmm.
has every once in a while he'll stream, and so put the link to your channel in there. Everyone, make sure you subscribe. Da, da, da. And I'd gotten like 15 subscribers, and I was like, "Wow, I got 15. This is so great." The next day, I had lost like 10, 11 of them.
Yeah.
It's like, what
Yeah.
the heck?
That
You
is a
know?
bit. See, and this is why I say this is absolutely the bots of
Oh,
AI, because
hmm.
when they see a big spike, they immediately assume that there's something,
You're doing
something,
a, yeah.
something, and if they, and that's why Netter was the one who first pointed this out. If you're going to subscribe to somebody, make sure you like a video, you watch at least 30 seconds of a video, because if there isn't that kind of interaction between
Yeah.
your
They
ID
they
and
just
their
think it's
channel,
bot driven.
they might think it's bot driven.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I even
exactly.
say open up a separate tab, hit play all. There's a play all button, just so that, go on in the background.
Even the big channels are talking about how I've talked about this with deleted scenes and a bunch of other people like Valiant Renegade and WDW Pro and Doomcock talk about how YouTube is unsubscribing people all the time without their knowledge. And the more I think about this, and I think this is the less likely thing to notice, I wonder if there is some sort of bot stuff that goes on behind the scenes where you might find yourself subscribed to somebody that you didn't subscribe to. How often do you
Mm.
go back and look at all the people that you're subscribed to and say, why am I subscribed to this one? You know?
I do go check.
Yeah.
I do check.
Yes.
I'm just got that little OCD little, yep, in my brain. I don't know why, but yeah, we had a thing with Dad Man. I don't know if it was when he was getting to 500 or if it was 600, but it was like, we'd put, yay, I've reached 500 on his little crawl, and
Uh-huh.
then the next day it would be below it, and then he'd go, oh wait, never mind. It became a joke, and they were like,
Yeah.
third time's a charm. Maybe we.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
yes,
And it
but
could be a weird thing that you change on your channel. Like I changed my avatar from the one picture I had up. I call it my artsy fartsy picture because it's
hmm.
me kind of lit from from above, but there's shadows, and it's a picture of
Hmm.
me from when I did this hair show. And then I changed it to what everyone calls my smolder look, and almost
Hmm.
overnight my subscribers like more than doubled. It's like whoa! And I discovered I have a lot of subscribers from the Philippines and
Oh,
India.
very interesting.
Yeah, the Philippines and
Interesting.
India. I guess they like my smolder picture because they all subscribed.
Oh, excellent. Okay. And but I checked. Dadman's the one that more tells me what my subscribers are, because I just am not that big of a numbers person. I said before, I would love to I want to get monetized. I want my channel to be self-sustaining because I don't want to have to take money out of our household budget to do things that I need to do for
Right.
the channel.
I
But it's also to me like a double-edged sword because um, I can talk to the chat now. And I'm so worried that if, I get more than 20, 25 people just in chat, if
Hmm.
I will be able to um,
It does get harder to
engage in
keep up
them,
with.
you
Even
know.
and I've seen this on channels that I've gotten really close with the with the hosts, and really they really are friends. The fact is, when you're on their regular streams, they can't catch all the comments. So, like, I'll be
Mm-mm.
on a retro blasting, live stream, and I'll put something in, and I'll be like, he's not going to see this, and then I'll just go back and do a super chat because it's like he'll never see it otherwise.
Yeah,
Um,
and I don't want people to have to do that to 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 just get their comment in. But it's just kind of the nature of the beast.
it
If you do
is.
grow and you
I'll
get
tell
more
you what.
people, and I am a one man show. I don't have a
Exactly what I was going
producer.
to get to.
Hmm.
Pro tip: if you want to do live streaming and you're going to have bigger and bigger chat rooms, you might want to start teaming up with the dad man, and
Hmm.
one of you host the show and the other one just kind of sit back in the back and control the StreamYard or
Yeah.
whatever
Hmm.
platform you're using, bring up the comments for you, and then it's boom. Then you just pay attention to what he brings up for you or whatever.
Right.
It's
Right.
it. This is what happens. The bigger the channel gets, the more you have to expand. I'm already
Hmm.
thinking ahead.
Yeah,
See,
like
Hmm.
there's a YouTuber, Viva Fry, that Troy and I will watch, and he teamed up with this lawyer,
Robert
Barnes.
Barnes.
So they'll get a lot of super chats during the show, and Viva will start off with, if you're giving a super chat and you're expecting me to read every single one, I'm sorry, I occasionally miss some. So if that's going to offend you, don't leave one.
If you're going to be
Hmm.
miffed, I don't want you to feel
Yeah.
grifted or whatever. And yeah,
Because like the comments just fly by, you don't even have time to read them because there's so
Oh,
many.
oh yeah. I've been watching some channels, and it's like, how the, the chat should just talk amongst themselves because it'd be so difficult to get it, to see it.
yeah,
Yeah, and Dad man can't be my producer, as he said. Um, I stream when he's at work.
yeah, yeah. Oh
I
well,
could be
okay.
his producer, but
Well, yeah.
yeah,
There you go.
but I.
But I mean, and the truth is that again, like you were saying, you may not even have to worry about this till you start getting
Mhm.
closer to monetization and stuff.
Well,
But by
I
then,
am getting better at using the mods and asking them
sure.
to, hey, can you put this link? Just even some of that stuff. Hey, can you do this for
Well,
me?
when you get
And that helps a lot.
and when you get monetized, then you could justify, paying a monthly fee to StreamYard or whatever platform you're going to use, and then assigning somebody to be able to run StreamYard for you while you're hosting
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
sharing that space.
Huh.
Uh,
Yeah, because Maria does that.
Yeah.
One of my besties. I mean, I adore her.
yeah.
Maria with T and Telly. She has PJ with Overall Nation behind the scenes being able to pull up comments and things like that for her while
Hmm.
she's doing the show and doesn't have to think about it. So she can concentrate on, talking or whatever. And he'll pull up different comments and all that sort of
Hmm.
thing for
Like
her.
Tom Connors does with the
Yeah.
Toxic
Yeah,
Femmes
that
on
too.
Monday and stuff.
Yeah.
Storyman Jack makes a great point. He says, I gave up on YouTube. Probably not the best place to do audio stories anyway. I hear you, man. But what I've been encouraging people to do, and I guess it's easier. It's easier as you get closer and closer to that first 1,000 subscribers. But don't be afraid to multi-stream. I stream out
Hmm.
on YouTube. The exact same stream goes out on Rumble. The exact same stream goes out on Twitter.
Hmm.
And I know that Culture Casino does. He does platforms I've never even heard of before.
Hmm.
What is it, Odyssey and oh, I don't even remember the names of the ones that he. The
I
other
stream
ones.
off of YouTube and Twitch. Those are the two that I do. Um,
Now that brings up the next subject I wanted to get into with you. So you do Twitch. I was talking with you in the backdrop.
mhm.
You do some gaming streams. I'm guessing
Yes.
that's a
I'm
big part
I'm
of what
I'm
Twitch is
I'm
for.
I'm getting into doing the gaming streams. I'm trying to do like two. Let's see, how was it? Let's see, two Tuesdays and Thursdays. I do my build streams in the afternoon, and then on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm trying to do different types of gaming streams. Um, in the more in the evening, trying to see if that trying to
And
find the the right crowd.
and what kind of games are you streaming?
That's what I was going to
Well,
ask.
I do, Fortnite. Everybody does Fortnite.
Sure,
Um,
sure.
Destiny 2, I'm trying to figure out how to be able to stream that. And they're both, what do they do? They call what, first person shooter games. I'm
Sure,
not
sure.
up quite up with the vernacular. And then on
It's
Fridays,
first person if you only are like seeing the gun in front of you. It's third person if you're
yes.
seeing the back of your head.
Okay, no, then it's both of them. I
Okay.
believe are first person. But
Okay.
then and then on Friday I do kind of like one people like a one person game. Do very kind of zen relaxing games right now. Like one of them, it's basically like Tetris, but it's in a box and you try to fit all these different size dogs in it.
Sure,
It's just
sure.
an odd game, but it's just kind of a zen kind of game, where I'm just kind of doing it and talking with the chat while I'm doing the puzzle. Potion Explosion, some Steam games that I have on like the Steam um, platform. And I just kind of play them and just kind of talk with the chat um, and just chill.
Sounds like a lot of fun. I was seeing that. Oh, I kind of missed who it was. Oh, I think it was Sci-Fi Mombi. She was also talking about linking to Instagram. Do you use Instagram?
I have an Instagram. I have, I believe I've joined some of these things. I don't remember. I think I have an Odyssey. I don't know how to stream to Twitter. I think you have to do the upgrade to be able to stream.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that might be.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
I
why I
have a.
can't do it. I
And
need the
see,
upgrade.
Yeah.
this was
And
going
I'm
back.
cheap right now
No, no, I get
until I
it.
get it where I can not have to pull out of
I
other resources.
Yeah, I get it. I've Netta and I have gone back and forth on this. I've had people reaching out to me. Do you need a graphic designer? Do you need this? Do you need that? I'm
Oh,
like, I just can't justify it. At least until have a monetization. I
mhm.
have invested some because look, I also see it as a hobby. I can justify if I'm going to spend money on action figures, I can spend money on a program or two that would help me out with my streaming. At
Hold
least
that thought.
that's how I
Hi, Boomer.
justify it.
Okay.
Boomer, glad you're here. Right now,
Hello.
I want you to subscribe to Mrs. Dadman Walking. I want you to subscribe to Dadman Walking. Both of their links have been dropped in the chat. Do that right now,
Yeah,
or I
Mrs.
won't do your
Dadman is.
notes for you this week.
Yeah, Mrs. Dadman is pinned to the top of the chat, so you can just click on her link there, and then you'll have to look up her husband because I can't pin two things at the same time.
I still have it.
His is easy.
Yeah,
Just take the Mrs. Dot off, and
yeah,
that's it.
exactly. That's exactly right. But oh, yeah, yeah. So but yeah, and I
She's a
was.
fellow Floridian, so you got to sub to
Yeah,
her.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes.
You
And I
guys.
am a native Floridian.
I was gonna suggest. I've been suggesting this to Age of Boomer for a while. He's down there by Brandon Pops. Pops on
Mhm.
Pop Culture. And I'm like, there's so many other YouTubers down there in Florida. I said, you guys should just like start a semi-regular like meetup or something like that, or you
Yeah.
know.
But you know what people don't understand about Florida
Mm.
is it is extremely the distance from one end to
Oh,
the
sure,
other.
sure. From tip
Not even
to
counting the
panhandle. Yeah,
panhandle.
yeah,
It could be 7, 8 hours
yeah.
to get,
Absolutely no.
and if you count the panhandle, add another 7 hours
No,
to
I
that.
absolutely
It's
get that, but
insane.
that's why I say make it like once or twice a year. You guys all meet up somewhere in the middle. You rent
Yeah.
out hotel rooms and
Okay,
whatever.
before we get any further,
Uh-huh.
I want to say that right now I just checked Mrs. Dadman's YouTube channel. She's at 232.
232.
Oh,
Now,
thank you,
Good
thank
going,
you.
guys.
I have 16 people watching right now. I'm sure there are a few of you that are not yet sub.
Is
What do you
every
say?
one of
What do you say we get her up to 235? Let's go to that milestone
Let's do it.
next.
We
Come
can
on.
do it.
I
We
know
can
we can
do
do
it.
it
We can
because
do it.
you
We can
guys
do
are
it.
amazing. And Osmo, you know you're Osmo.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Do you know the story of Osmo, Mrs.
Mm-mm.
Deadman?
No, I
Okay.
do not.
Okay. This was many years ago. Troy and I belonged to a church where the husbands would play like basketball and softball and all this sort of thing, and the wives decided, oh, we were going to be cheerleaders.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the cheers we did was AWESOME. You're awesome, right? Well, apparently one of
Mm-hmm.
the wives couldn't spell because, and she was loud. So we're out there and we're doing our cheer, and she goes AWESMOE. You're, and then paused and went Osmo. So we decided that Osmo means more awesome than awesome.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So we
Be
keep saying everyone's
Osmo.
Osmo.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, be Osmo. You're all Osmo.
Yep.
But you're Osmo too.
Aw, that's sweet. Thank you. Um,
Now, do you ever have guests on your show? I've only heard a couple of morning shows, so I don't know if you ever have guests.
No, I do not. I do not. I Dad man is so good at interviewing people. And he does it and he really does. And the only time I ever had where I had guests on and this it was for my birthday stream. And I was so stressed and so nervous the whole time that it's really out of my comfort zone. I do want to do work. I do want to start adding some crafting streams, and
Oh, cool.
there are people that are in my chats and that we play Fortnite with and stuff like that. That I would like to have on to talk with. Um, I think that
Nice.
would be fun to do. I would like to maybe get some brick builders on when I and we do builds together and talk. I did that once with Stunning and Brave Megatron, and that was a blast. But on the whole, just doing an interview, I'm way too nervous. I have to have something we can talk about, like if we're doing brick builds or crafting or something like that. I think I would do good at. But Dadman's just got me totally intimidated because he's so good at it.
Yeah, it's like I'll have Troy as my co-host because there are times where it's like, okay, I'm not sure what I want to talk about or what I want to ask, and he's really good at just picking up on that and
Hmm.
just running with it. So it's like he's good at talking. He's a good
Yeah.
talker.
you know,
Yes.
I do think that, and I see what Stardate is saying. He says the secret to a good interview
Yeah.
is just to think of it as having an interesting conversation between
Hmm.
you and the person you're interviewing. But there is a difference between just in the personality. I know that Netter is more of a prepare in advance kind of person.
Hmm.
Make a list of questions I want to ask, points I want to hit, whatever it is. Me,
He talks off the cuff.
I literally just make it up as I go. Seat of my pants. I'm
Hmm.
Because there are
so
certain things I want to touch on, and I want to make sure I don't forget
you're
them.
organized.
Well,
I'm a bullshit
well,
artist.
well, see, see, depending on what show Dadman does, he has his late night shows that he does on Wednesdays and Fridays, and those are not really planned. He might have some memes or some news stories and things that he does, but they're very they're called squirrel streams because they jump from tree to
Yeah.
tree and this and that, But he has also done some wonderful interviews. Um, he's done one in the past with R.M. Briggs for
Oh
the
yeah.
first book that she wrote, and he's actually going to be doing another one of her second book, and those he's very prepared for. So he can do the off the cuff, but and also the prepared, and they're actually very. They're very good. I'm just so proud of him. He does so good.
I
Love
gotta
you,
say,
Dad,
Okay, wait.
man.
The first comment he said is, "Thank you, Mrs. You're too kind. You give me too much credit." Then he says, "I'm actually a mix of both Netters and Troy."
I got to
Yeah.
admit, I am trying to take some cues from Netter. I am trying to get a little bit more organized because
Mhm.
especially on Friday night streams when I've been drinking, I will forget half the things that I wanted to say, and I'll be, oh damn, I didn't ask about this. Oh, I didn't ask about that either.
Mhm.
Although then again, I wouldn't remember if I did. I can't tell you how many streams, Boomer will tell me, yeah, you asked about that. Don't you remember? No, I don't remember. Oh, of
Oh
course not.
goodness. Oh goodness.
Yeah, it's like his thing is Friday nights. It's the end of the week, and so he rolls out what's called the Carnarvon wagon,
Yep.
and you can tell the story about that if you want. And it's the only time he has a drink is Friday nights because it's
Mhm.
unwinding at the end of the week.
Oh
It
yeah.
was it was how my stream started. Last call started before I was even a streamer. We Netter and I used to work at the same office and in the same department actually. And at the end of the week, we would get together with a bunch of our coworkers and go right across the expressway to a little pub, little sit down pub, have
Mhm.
some dinner and drinks, kind of unwind. And I was like, I then the lockdown started and everything. We ended up both losing our jobs. And I said, that's probably the thing I miss the most is the Friday night get-togethers with the
Mhm.
coworkers and the unwind and the decompress. And everyone was starting, YouTube streams right around then because there was nothing else you could do
Mhm.
anything social. And I'm like, well, hell, I'm gonna just keep the Friday night drinks going, and just
Mhm.
imagine it like this virtual bar, and we'll all get
Oh
together,
yeah.
and I'll ask people what they're
Yeah.
sipping on, and it doesn't have to be, you get
Right.
together with friends. You're not necessarily drinking alcohol. You might have a soda, you might have
Yep.
water, whatever. But if you're going to be sitting around for an hour or two, maybe at least have water. Stay hydrated.
A little bit.
But the Carnarvon wagon is more of a local thing. A lot of it is inspired by a talk radio show that Netter and I used to listen to on Friday nights when we were working downtown. We would have a long commute, and at 5 o'clock, it was.
Hold on one second. Curtis, this was beginning of the COOF, so we're both
Yeah.
gainfully employed. In fact, he got a job. Let's see, we were let go in March of 2020. He got a job that November. I got a job the following March. So I've been with my company
Both
for over
working
3
from
years
home,
now.
still working from home,
Which
so
I
it's
love.
nice.
Okay,
But-
continue.
But it's also probably best that we work for different companies. Just
Yeah.
so that we
Just
don't have
in
a
case.
situation like that again. But so there was this conservative talk radio show that we used to listen to here in Chicago, WLSAM, and on Fridays they had like an hour or two before, but then at 5 o'clock, they do their station identification, their commercials. They'd come back with the Carnarvon wagon, and the Carnarvon wagon rollout was think of a Carnarvon wagon as like a bar cart, right, with all the drinks on it and whatnot.
Mhm.
And they would have different.
Good night, Snowy Man Jack. Get some good rest.
Good
Take care,
night.
buddy. But they'd have different guest bartenders from the pubs around the city, and they'd come in and mix them up drinks, and they'd go around to, it was the host, the co-host, the weather guy, and the traffic girl, and they would just, between the four of them, what are you sipping on, what are you sipping on, what are you sipping
And a
on?
lot of times the bartenders would come in and do the specialty for their bar. So it's like,
Right.
the special drink for our bar is, I don't know, the Hurricane or whatever, and they'd make that up for everybody.
But if they didn't have a special drink from the bartender, they usually had their favorites that they would go to. And Jim Johnson was the local weather guy who started the whole concept of the Carnarvon wagon based on some memory he had. And he would always order a brown mumbler. Now, any of you
Hmm.
guys from Wisconsin probably know what a brown mumbler is. It's basically a really strong Manhattan. So strong that by the time you're done with it, you're
You're
mumbling.
mumbling.
Exactly. So every now
Hmm.
and again, I haven't had a brown mumbler in a while. Maybe I'll have one of those in the near future. But yeah, those hit you hard. But yeah, so that's the whole story. Not that you asked, but that's our story with the Friday night and
Hi,
whatnot.
Sashi.
Well, I always when I started my morning show and even my build streams, I tell people I've been practicing for this since I was young because I would always monologue whatever I was doing. I
Yeah,
would be, um, writing a story, doing homework, and I said, and yes, and now I'm going to be writing this, and why we got to think of a topic sentence. What could that topic sentence be? I don't really know. What do I want to talk about? Should I talk about my cats, or should I, and I just go
yeah,
on and on. And when I would make a sandwich or cook or whatever, I would act like I was Julia Child. I loved
sure,
watching Julia Child,
yeah.
and I would. And go, oh, and now we're going to take these two pieces of bread, this beautiful white soft bread, and then we're going to, and I would just monologue the entire time. And I have done that since I could remember.
Did
And
you
I
ever?
still did it as an adult, but I did not say it out loud. I just
Sure.
did it all in my head.
So
Because
did you ever imagine like having a chat show and interviewing like famous celebrities that you'd want to meet and stuff like that?
I always imagined, and if you saw me, you would laugh hysterically. But whoops, sorry, um,
No, no
That's
worries.
fine.
sorry. It's,
It's like I was trying to
yeah.
unhide
Oh,
or trying to hide one of the comments I put up, and that in succession hit three other ones trying to still hide them. So yeah,
oh
things
gosh.
happen.
Yes. I never, well, I grew up watching Merv Griffin, the dinosaur show, and the talk shows. And I would always imagine myself on both sides of the table. And so I did, but it was just kind of like a fantasy because I also
Sure.
pictured that I was an action movie star too, a lot. That was I
It's
always wanted to, which would never happen. If you saw me, you would laugh hysterically with
See, and
that thought in
this is
mind. But
exactly what so many of us talk about. You know, you hear these people today talking about the modern audience and everyone wants to see themselves represented on the screen. And it's like, no, nobody does. Everybody imagines themselves as The Rock or, Sylvester
hmm
Stallone. Or, those are the people we want to imagine. I don't want to see some fat, bald Italian guy up there on the screen and imagine that I'm him,
yeah,
unless, well, I don't know. I guess maybe if it's Wise Guys or something like that. I don't know. But,
right.
I mean, come on. This is what fantasy is. And then this is the whole situation in the gaming community. It's like, no, we want to see attractive avatars for
No,
ourselves.
okay. Let me
Not
tell you. Look at Fortnite. Look at the
sure.
yeah. I don't know what the people look like,
Right.
but most of the you got these big buff old guys, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
most adorably cute little girls ever,
yeah.
and
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 then you got a bunch of
yeah, yeah,
furries running around too.
yeah. But you see, I joke and I say I am a Fortnite furry because
Okay.
I love the all the bears, the patrol. I don't remember their names. Panda was one, the panda bear, the
Sure.
but I bought every single one of them. And I love those characters. And there's one that's a sock monkey that is actually when me and Dadman stream together, we do our date nights. Um, he wears his um, he's the banana character, Healy, and I'm sock monkey or monk.
Nice.
And so yes, it's just become that's our date night avatars that we use during the game, and we just have but no, I know I'll never look like that cute little girl
but
in that outfit.
but
But
that's
it's
what the avatar's
but
for,
that's
right?
but that's what I want. I
Right.
want to play that. I mean, I certainly don't want to see me running around in Fortnite.
Yeah. You know what?
It would be
Deleted
quite
scenes.
scary.
Fortnite is a slightly more cartoonized version of like PUBG or any of these other, you know, team up combat games. You know,
Hmm.
what was that game we used to play as kids? King of the Hill or you know, Capture the
Yeah,
Flag or whatever, something like that.
yeah, where
You
it's
know,
kind of like the last man standing.
and
Whoever's the last person that.
real quick, I wanted to say hi because we got some YouTube royalty here. So you were nervous before. Now we're nervous because Maria with Tiantelli is here. Hi, Maria.
Hello,
Welcome,
hello.
welcome. And I know what she's gonna say. Oh, whatever.
Yeah. Um,
But I mean, we have our YouTubers that we admire, and we get excited when we see them in the chat.
yes.
Yes, no, numbers don't mean anything, but I mean,
I was excited when I started getting just regulars that
yeah.
my show started at 10 and at 9 o'clock they'd be hello, you know,
She
or
said it.
eight,
She said the thing. She
9:30.
said, "Oh my God, whatever." I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I
No,
knew
that's
she
so
was going to
funny.
say that.
Yes, yes, it's a script.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But yeah, when I started getting the regulars in the chat, and it was like so
Yeah,
exciting that, and when sometimes I'd have to cancel a show, or like I'm out of town right now, so I'm only doing my show Monday through Friday, and I'm off on Saturday, and I couldn't do it earlier this week, and actually got, are you streaming today? Did we miss? Are you? No, not today. And so um, it's just nice. It's just really a real cool feeling. Um, and I consider them just like kind of part of my family. And when one of them doesn't show up, I'm like, okay, what's going on? And some of them I'm going, ah, yep,
excuse me.
they're
Bless
getting
you.
their hair cut today, or you
Yeah, I
know,
mean, and you've seen streams and whatnot. Netter always talks about people aren't just friends; they're family, and it's true. We are having more interaction with the regulars in our chat on a almost daily basis with some of you
mm-hmm,
guys, then we have communication with our, flesh and blood relatives we never
yeah,
see.
or in real life people
Yeah,
become the
exactly.
IRLs.
Well, we hardly have IRL anymore because working from home, it's just me and Netter here. I could
Hmm.
go for weeks, and she's the only flesh and blood human being I see, which is actually fine with me. I'd rather have more exposure with her flesh and blood. Let me tell you. But
Yes, and that's good. You should not be exposing your flesh and blood to anyone else.
well,
No, no,
yes,
no.
that's absolutely true. Yeah, yeah, we don't have any ornery fans or nothing like that.
Yeah, no, no.
But
But yeah, it's really fun, and it's slowly, if extra people are coming in. You guys have friends in real life. Oh my gosh, Sashi, that's funny.
you guys have friends? No, the one above that one.
Oh wait.
She says the Lady V says the only one I visit is deleted, but don't tell him though.
Lady V,
Lady
you're
V's my
hilarious.
stalker.
She's
No, no,
one
no,
busy
she's
stalker. Let me tell
mine.
you. Yeah,
She's
see,
mine.
you guys are all fighting over her. Like, I'm just happy when
But
she shows up to my streams.
But yeah,
Maria.
it's
I
just the
told you.
community. I hate using the word community. I think it's so abused in this in the internet world. But this group of people that were there are just, it's just really really fun, and I love when somebody comes in, and comes in, and they and my the people in my chat are amazing. If I didn't have if they weren't there, I really would just be talking to myself. And they are so friendly, and some of the nicest people in chat, um, that I know. And so
Yeah.
it's wonderful because a new person can come in and they just are there saying hello and welcoming. And it's just fantastic. My mom said, she goes, wow. She goes, they said hi. There's, first off, I didn't say that it was my mom. And then about the second time or something, I just told everybody, I said, Subi 720 is my mom. So, if I talk familiar to her, it's because she's my
Yeah,
mom.
she's
And
Yeah.
mom.
so
Yeah.
now they call her Mrs. Mom in the chat.
Mrs.
And
Mom. I love that. That is so
so,
great.
it's just that, your chat, it's just,
It's your
it really
family.
does make
Yeah.
or break a show.
Yeah.
It
It could either just
does.
you talking to the air or that. And if I just did my show and I had no chat, it would probably be 45 minutes maybe, and that's me stretching everything. Um, but with the chat, I sometimes go 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, what
I've
happened?
had streams that were 3 and 4 hours.
Yeah.
Speaking of the chat, my lovely chat, my Osmo chat, we're at 233. Come on, I
Ooh,
know that there's a couple of you in there that have not
there's
yet subbed to Mrs. Dadman Walking, and I have 20 of y'all watching right now.
Yeah,
Come on, be
there's a
Osmo
lot of
for
them
her.
that I recognize. There's a few. There's a lot that I don't, but there's quite a few
Yeah,
also
there's
that I recognize that have been.
there's a
Um,
couple people
And if
here
you
that are
think you're
here
sub,
just
please
just
go
for
back and
you.
double
Yeah.
check you're still sub because YouTube sucks.
I
Yeah,
know.
it does. It does. Buffering had to
Oh
refresh. Yeah,
yes,
no, it happens.
Dad Man was commenting when he was working at home, or if it was on a weekend. Um, I would do the memes or something. Sometimes, I mean, I pick the memes so I know what they are. But
Yeah,
sometimes they just tickle me so much and I start laughing so hard and I can't stop. And the child's like, are you okay? Breathe, breathe. Dad
take a
man
breath.
comes out to check on me to make sure I'm okay. But yeah, sometimes I just, I just tickle myself and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. And I just start laughing and can't
I
stop.
crack
It's like
myself
And
up.
one of
Yeah.
the
yes,
things I really like on your show is you do this puzzle thing with
yes.
words, and I'd never seen that before. So I actually checked it out after your stream yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a question for you because it's my first time doing it. So it's like at the very top,
Mm-hmm.
I noticed on yours it's all one color, like the numbers at the top. I guess if you get the word right, it stays like I think it's like green or purple or something.
Yeah.
But I had some that were green and some was purple. So what the purple,
Okay.
what's the other color mean?
Okay. When you're doing the words, now, um, when you do the words, um, if it's green, it means the letter is in the correct spot. Are you talking about the actual
No,
grids?
at the top when you're going through and solving each puzzle,
Are
it's like
you doing the one that we do, or are you doing the one that has all of them?
I was doing the one that you do.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I've never seen two different colors on the like the 1 through 32.
Yeah,
I- I'm not really sure.
maybe
You might
because you're
have
so
this.
good at it.
Um, no, we have lost them. We have lost. Um, if you guess, you have 30, what is it, 30,
It's like 30. I want to say it's like
37 guesses
is it
with
37? Yeah,
the 32 words or something for that specific one.
yeah, because that's
Um,
the that's is that the daily sequence one? That's the one I did. Is that
yes,
the one? Yeah.
yes.
So yeah, that's the one
There's
I tried, and because there's the duo trigordal
Duo Trigordal is the
trigordal.
puzzle, and it's 32. If you've ever played Wordle, it's 32 Wordle
Okay.
puzzles.
Okay, I did the daily sequence one, which is the next option below it. I thought that was the
Okay,
same one because the words were
the,
similar.
well, the top one has all 32 words around and look and pick which ones you want to guess at. I don't do
Okay.
that because that would be impossible to do with a chat. That's
Sure.
why I do the one where it shows the first word, and once you get that one, it
Okay,
goes
so
to
that's
the
the
second
daily one.
word.
So that's so yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
Um,
the one I was doing. But it's like the
but
numbers at the
some
top, 1 through 32. I had like some green and some purple. I'm like, what does that mean?
Okay, you might have your
Solve
thinks that on
assist.
colorblind mode,
Oh, I don't.
and that
Mhm.
might do that. But
Oh,
if you're doing the puzzle, when you guess your 5-letter word, then the greens are the ones that are in the correct spot, and then the other color are the ones that are in the word but not in that
yeah, that part I
location.
figured out. It was just the
Yeah.
numbers at the top where some of them would be one color and then some would be another color. It's like, okay, are those ones that I
They might
didn't
be that
get
you
and they
might have
filled in?
guessed it. Sometimes if you guess a word in advance, it'll clear it way down the road.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but yeah, I've never seen two colors up top there before. I'm gonna have to look. I don't
Hmm.
know. I am flummoxed. I like using big words.
Flummoxed.
That's more than 5 letters.
I know.
Ah,
What's really fun doing that puzzle though is whenever there's a word that we don't know, is I'll always look at I try to look it up. It's hard to do. I'm on a laptop now, and so I have a lot of windows open when I do my morning show. Um, so I can't always open up another thing to define the word. But if it's a word that is odd, we look it up and we learn new words. We learned, I think the word is elide,
Uh-huh.
Elide. And if I remember correctly, if that's the word, it means to slur your syllables together. And
oh, I
sometimes
must
when
be lying all the time.
and I do that when I'm reading. I'll slur my I'll leave out syllables and I'll slur things in and I'm eliding is what I'm doing. So we learned a new word and so that's kind of fun too. And get a little education in there.
On a bit of a
Um,
tangent, Mike, Mark Malnikoff is saying, I look forward to these streams. I'm following along while building props in my workshop. Yeah, glad for
ooh,
this. He does a lot of woodworking, and he makes
awesome.
Klingon batleth and mechleth and kitleth and various uh, various Klingon wooden props.
Oh,
So,
awesome. That is so cool. I
uh,
love I am I love people that can do stuff like that.
he's got all
Woodworking
kinds of
and
woodworking materials and tools and uh, 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 bench saws and whatnot in his basement. So he's got a
mhm.
whole woodworking operation there that he can take advantage of.
That is just so amazing. That and I there's a thing that I love and I want to try to do it, and it's called quilling, Quilling, and
Mm.
it's basically you use strips of paper and you attach them to a paper and you can make circles and all these different designs and they're beautiful, intricate works with colored paper,
So it
strips of
looks
paper.
like the Mister says he's looking forward to Fortnite with you on Saturday, and your guests Lady V and Bucky.
Yes, it is his birthday on Saturday. So he is doing impromptu streams and a bunch of stuff, and one of them will be Fortnite. So I'm hoping my little laptop will be able to do the game.
Shadow the Raven
And
says that Klingon isn't
That different
all
from
that different
Welsh.
from Welsh. I'll take your word for that. I know that some of the sounds are
Welsh is
yeah
hard.
yeah
Welsh is hard.
I don't know any Welsh.
Yeah, it's my grandmother was Welsh, but I don't know any Welsh at all.
Yeah,
Of
I
course, my
know
Scottish
that
is coming
some of
out
the
now.
sounds in Klingon are very
Guttural.
Yeah.
yeah. There's some there's some similarities to German, some Yiddish even,
Hmm.
but the syntax is very different.
His
It's
birthday name
Yes.
is Unicorn Daddy.
Yes.
Unicorn
Yes,
Daddy.
he has gotten that name, Unicorn Daddy. And he is proudly clinging to that name. He loves there's a unicorn character in Fortnite, which is the most annoying character. It's Fabio Sparklemane, and it has an annoying song. And it's basically, if you really listen to the song, it's this unicorn who's talking about eating these. what are they called? Unicorn flakes. And as the song goes on, he gets more manic and was it manic? He gets more crazy, and it ends up it's kind of like he's addicted to these unicorn flakes. He's like, I need to have some more, and it's crazy, and he just loves that character. And I think Lady V likes the unicorn, so he sings the song and everything.
There you
So
go.
that's how we got the name Unicorn Daddy.
And here's the rebuttal. It's not annoying. He's
Yes,
the best. Eat your unicorn flakes.
yes. Oh, so yeah, we
Too
have so
funny.
much fun on Fortnite. It's a blast.
Okay,
But
I'm checking to see where we're at. We're at 237. See, I
Yeah,
told you I had
see,
such a
that's
lovely Osmo chat.
yeah.
you're
That's
so
I
awesome.
knew we'd get you.
Yay!
I knew we'd get you
Yay!
some
Thank
subs
you.
tonight.
Now you all need
Absolutely.
to make sure you watch at least 30 seconds and like something.
Yeah. And make sure you
So
tune
they'll
in tomorrow
stick.
morning for her morning show and say
Yes,
hi
10
and
a.m.
say I subscribed to you yesterday on Netters Network.
And I will say you're
Just
Osmo.
there you go. There
Yes.
you go.
And it really is a fun show. There's a lot of inspirational bits in there. Like I said, she does the word puzzle. There's a section where she talks about different birthdays. Yesterday we had to be very nice because one of the people she pulled up was not somebody anybody likes.
Yes, yes.
So the
I
chat
did
was
you.
put, try to
What
be
the,
nice,
my
try to
whole
be nice,
the
try to
whole
be nice.
Hey, we don't.
purpose.
We're on Netters Network now. We don't have to be nice. Kathleen Kennedy
No,
is something else
I
that starts with a K sound.
yes.
See you next Tuesday. Yep.
Yep.
She is
Yeah.
a definite see you next Tuesday.
The whole purpose, the reason I wanted to do the channel um
Positivity. I know.
is
You're a
there is
nice
so
person. You're not like
eh,
me.
not always. No, I'll not always, but I do want to try to be a better person. And so and there's so much in the YouTube universe in every aspect
True.
of it. There is so much. What do people want to see? They want to see the crash and burns. They want to see the negative.
Yeah.
That's they like thrive on it, and I'm like, I don't want that. And I know that there are people out there that don't want that, at least not all the time. And if I can give a little um break from that, a couple hours in the morning so they can start their day.
Mhm.
Like I say, your afternoon, evening, either end your day on a positive note, help you get through that middle part of the day when it's getting really crappy, or, even starting your day, that you can at least have some positivity, some laughter, and not have to worry that there's going to be, commentary that you can hear on 79 other channels.
Right.
Um, it,
Exactly.
and and I'm not saying we do get serious sometimes. I mean, we had one of our birthdays this morning it was very sad.
Yes.
And we talked, how it was something of I don't want to get into it, but anyway, we gave helpline numbers out for those to help. But I don't think that that's not positive, um, because we're trying to help. Um,
Exactly.
but so it's, there's a fine line, but yeah, we do birthdays and we have celebrations, which some are really, really odd, but they're fun. And then um, I find I do memes based on one of the celebrations. If it, like tomorrow, I'll give away the celebration. It's National Donut Day tomorrow, and so all my memes are going to be donut themed memes. I try to do some kind of theme because I'm insane. And
Great. Thanks a lot. Now Netter's going to make me take her out and get donuts on Saturday. It's not enough that I get them for her on Tuesday for Live from Sparkwood 21. Just what I need. More rolls around the middle there.
Hey, but you got to get my
I,
favorite donuts, and then I'll just eat them all.
Well, yeah,
oh,
there you
what's
go.
your favorite donut?
I like the ones. It's like the chocolate cake donut, and if they
Hmm.
got the chocolate frosting on top, even better.
Dad, that's one of Dad Man's favorites. I
Mark
like
Malakoff,
Krispy Kreme
donuts.
donuts,
Oh, those are good.
Yeah.
but they have to be hot. Or I like a Bavarian cream, but it has to have real Bavarian cream. It can't be vanilla pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
throws
know
it
When it's
all
exactly what
off.
vanilla
you mean.
pudding, I'm like, this is not a, don't call it Bavarian cream. It's
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
vanilla pudding filled donut.
if we get from Dunkin' Donuts, then I'll get the chocolate cake donuts. If we're
Hmm.
getting like Krispy Kreme, then the original Krispy Kreme is the
Yeah,
best.
just the,
Yeah,
the, the regular
just
glazed, yeah.
yeah, but the
I really don't
outside
think the
has
other
to
ones
be
are
up.
as good. The original is fantastic. The other ones,
Mhm.
I don't think they're there.
Just a
Well,
plain glazed
that
donut.
Yeah,
that
At,
chocolate frosting on the Krispy Kremes, there's not a lot of chocolate there. It's just, to me, it's just like the regular glazed. So
well, we had when they had the eclipse. They had eclipse donuts, and you could buy them there. Oh, and there basically was chocolate frosting, and then they put little edible glitter on it. It was really kind. They were really kind of fun. But those were neat to do. But oh, Dunkin' Donuts will be giving away free donuts tomorrow. Ooh, everybody go get your donuts now.
well, my
I,
understanding is that when I don't know, maybe it's just when they first opened. I don't know, but uh, we used to have um, a Krispy Kreme that we would go by all the time,
hmm
and you stop in, and as soon as you walk in, they were handing you a donut for free, and then you could get your dozen if you were taking them into the office with you.
hmm
Get a cup of coffee to go with that donut. You just
but if
got
all
it.
you wanted was one donut, it's like thanks and
Some
leave.
people did that. Sometimes it was just I just wanted one donut, so I'm done. Bye.
Goodbye.
You know,
Bye.
There was
But
someone.
Dunkin' Donuts used to be so much better
Yeah.
because the commercial with the baker that got up. I can't even remember his
time to
name.
make
Oh
the
yeah.
donuts. I
Time to
made the
make it.
donuts. Yeah.
Yes. Oh gosh, they were so much better. But just
The thing about Dunkin' Donuts is you got to know because some of them are open 24 hours. So you got to know
mhm.
when to go in and get the best ones. So I just found one. I did not know we had one at this particular location. He had moved apparently from farther up the street. I understand why because I didn't know he had been there. So the
Is that the
Dunkin'
one
Donuts.
that used to be by the Firestone and then he moved like closer to us?
I don't know where he used to be, but now he's, where the mini golf is. There's
Yeah.
a McDonald's there, and there's that shop that used to have all kinds of different things all the time, and things have swapped out. Well, the Dunkin' Donuts just moved in there. Um,
Ooh.
Let's see how long they
yeah.
last.
And well, we'll see, but it's a better location in my opinion. And I stopped in and got a dozen donuts there, and I could see they're making donuts all day. So,
hmm
you know,
That
but
might be good.
well, I don't know, a dozen donuts for two people. That's probably not such a great idea.
No,
No.
okay, no. Get half a dozen.
Maybe I should get half a dozen. So
Yeah, it's like I just made cookies the other day, and they were no bake cookies, so they were uh,
chocolate peanut
They
butter oatmeal.
they were oatmeal cookies, but they were peanut butter oatmeal, no bake. So it's
Hmm
peanut butter, oatmeal, cocoa powder, butter, and sugar. I think is all that's in there. And you mix it all together. You form the balls. You stick them in the fridge so they get nice and cold, because otherwise they're kind of if they're warm,
hmm
they just kind of melt. So you keep them in
Right.
the fridge, and they are so good. 'Cause it's the butter that holds
Mm,
them together.
right. We used to
JPR,
do that with chocolate and those Chinese uh, the I don't know what were they called, like the chow mein noodles.
Uh huh.
oh yeah.
And then you take them and you put the chocolate, and sometimes you put nuts in, and you mix it,
Oh
and you make
sure,
them and make like little high. We called them haystacks,
sure.
but those were good too. And you just
We always
cool them
called
in
them
the
bird
fridge.
nests, but yeah, I get
Bird
the
nest,
idea.
yeah. That oh, well, we made ours like a triangle, so if you kind of made them flat, they would be a bird's nest.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh God, they're so good.
JPRPH1 says the only donuts I get are Mighty Fine Donuts in town here. They're
Hmm
fresh at
Midnight Daily.
Midnight Daily. Wow.
Wow.
Well, that's the kind of place you want to go Friday night at midnight after you leave the pub, I think. That sounds like a
Boost
plan to
Yeah.
Bunch.
me. Booze
Well,
sponge.
Lady V is
Exactly.
being healthy and saying that we can get molds and bake donuts. Not the quite the same, but a
Yeah.
healthy alternative.
That's
Well,
why I
but
make my own
see,
cookies because it's like I know what goes into them. There's not a lot of
Hmm.
those extra preservatives and stuff. I know it's just butter, eggs, sugar, flour,
if I'm going to
chocolate
make them
chips, whatever.
myself, Lady V's method is probably the best one because
Hmm.
I've tried, boiling the oil, and I'll either overcook them or undercook them. Look, I am good at
Temperature
many,
is
many
very
things. That's
important.
not one. Yeah, that's not one that I'm really good at. So I
Hmm.
think she's right. The molds with the well, look, it's not
You
really
can even
healthy.
use an air fryer now
Sure,
for them.
sure. And
Hmm.
honestly, it's
Hmm.
it's we're talking about cake here. Cake with
Hmm.
frosting. It's not gonna be healthy, however you look at it. So let's be
Right.
honest here,
Make it a
right?
little healthier.
Right,
Bake them with
right.
bake
Well,
'em with
if it
zucchini.
makes you feel better to say it's healthier, okay then. But honestly, if you're gonna have something like this, don't go for healthy, right?
Oh, hey,
French
you want?
fries. If you want French fries, eat the damn French fries. Don't
Well, let me
don't
tell
try
you,
baking those things.
we worked at a concession stand at a little league one.
Sure,
Um,
sure. Hmm.
this they okay. You want to hear something?
Yeah.
I will tell you. Oh my gosh, heart attack on a bun. They took it had all the regular hamburger stuff, hamburger, cheese, all that. But the bun they used is they cut a Krispy Kreme donut in half and used the Krispy Kreme donut as the bun.
Oh,
There
I've
you
actually heard
go.
of
That
that.
sounds really,
It
really
was
good.
good, but it was a heart attack on a
Agent
bun.
Atwood, haven't seen you around before, but welcome, welcome. So glad you are here. You're probably here because of Mrs.
Yes.
Dadman Walking, I'm
Atwood
sure.
And
is Atwood is my Destiny 2 play buddy.
There you
We
go.
play Destiny 2 together. Hello, Atwood. I
and
hope
we're
your work
at
was good.
yeah, we're at 2:37. Can we get three
Oh,
more?
Gosh, apple fritters.
oh,
I haven't had apple
Yeah, apple
fritters
fritters are
in
good.
years.
fritters
Yeah,
are good.
they used to have apple fritters at Dunkin' Donuts. They didn't have any the last couple times I've been, so
Or
I don't
beer
maybe
claws.
maybe they don't do that
Bear
anymore. Bear
claws are really
claws.
good.
My
Do you
brother
guys,
used to really like those French curlers. I was never big into those, but I guess they're okay.
I thought they were kind of plain.
yeah.
Hmm.
Do you guys have the Bucky's convenience stores?
No,
They're
we
not
know of them.
Bucky's.
There's a lot of
The big,
Buc-ee's down south.
yeah.
Actually, there might even be some in southern Illinois, but I don't
Yeah, it's like I
remember.
know there's some in Texas,
Hmm.
but
Texas.
there's none
They
in
have
Illinois that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
they had a pastry, and it was they changed the name to paddle tails now or something, but they were called beaver tails, and they were
Beaver
just kind of
tail.
like a bear claw, this huge, wonderful confection. And oh my gosh,
Gosh,
when
it
you said
sounds
bear claws, I
wonderful.
thought of they're so good.
Well, and if
They're
you've ever
so
been
good.
to a state fair, and I think every state fair
Hmm.
probably has them, you got although they call them something different, you got they call them elephant ears. They call them, well,
Hmm.
the generic term is fried bread. I
Hmm.
mean, that stuff is great.
Oh, anything fried. I'm sorry, it's not healthy, but anything fried. We went to a fair one time, and everything we bought fried. We bought fried Oreos. We bought I can't remember all of them. I think fried Twinkies, fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh, God,
Uh,
that sounds good.
so, yes,
You
it
could fry
was,
anything.
and they all were amazing. I'm trying to remember um, some of the other stuff. Dad man would remember, but oh my gosh, all of them were good. Some of them were almost too rich, but you just anything fried, anything fried. I mean, there's this thing that I would never eat this, but I think they did like some people like they do fried butter, which I
Oh
think is
gosh.
disgusting.
I've heard of
But I
fried
don't,
butter. Yeah.
but I don't doubt it.
I'll
I
tell you
don't
what.
doubt it.
I'll tell you what. You fry it, and you put chocolate and bacon on it, and I'll be a happy guy.
Oh, bacon. Yeah, bacon. Mm.
Oh, yeah,
I
bacon
had
is good with everything.
Fried bacon and chocolate with powdered sugar. Oh my
Okay.
God, I'm gonna have a heart
yeah.
attack, and I haven't even eaten any of these things.
Have
I'm just
you
talking
ever
about
had
them.
the candied bacon where they put you put it on a pan and you sprinkle brown sugar on it and then you bake it in the oven?
I
I
have
haven't.
not, and I don't
Oh
need
my god.
these ideas for crying out loud.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
a
It's
YouTube.
awful then. It's horrible.
Oh
Don't
no,
ever eat
no,
it.
no, no! I
It's
already can
disgusting.
imagine it. It's too late.
There's this YouTuber who does these a lot of shorts on cooking
Hmm.
things, and he had one that played on a loop because he was in the middle of something and couldn't change it. And they're basically cookies made with bacon grease and chocolate chips.
Oh, Dylan
Dylan
Hollis.
Hollis,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, he's
That
got the
guy's
baking
that guy is
yesteryear.
nuts. Yes,
Oh my gosh.
we got his
I love
His cookbook,
cookbook.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I ended up writing down the recipe. Um, so
Did he like it?
oh, I haven't made it yet.
No, did he like it? Because
Oh,
he'll
yeah, he
always
Oh
taste
loved
yeah,
them.
it.
he loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, he loved it.
You,
So,
he
And it
has
was
that
baked.
look he gets where he tastes it, and then his eyes are closed, and then his eyes open. He's like, "Ooh."
Yeah, or he's like, it's almost like a, oh crap, I can't believe I like this.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
now
It
You
should
are
not
not
be good.
supposed to be good.
Yeah, this
so
is
for
not
those of
supposed to.
you who want this
Deep fried
recipe,
Oreos and Snickers. Yes, yes,
Hmm.
that sounds wonderful.
for those of you who want the recipe for the bacon chocolate chip cookies, you need a half a cup of bacon grease. So basically, you fry your bacon and then use a half a cup of the bacon grease, a half cup sugar, half cup brown sugar, one egg, and then a dash of vanilla. I would say about it looked like he used about a teaspoon's worth, and you whip
Hmm.
that all together. Then in a separate bowl, you're going to put 3/4 teaspoon baking soda,
Floof powder.
Powder.
uh, chocolate chips. I use a whole bag myself when I'm making cookies. It looked like he used
Chucky
about a cup.
chips.
Yes, it looked like he used about a cup, but I always use a whole bag. And then 2 cups of flour, and you mix that together. Then you mix the whole, both bowls together. Then you bake at 350 degrees for about 12 minutes. Now, frankly, I would add pieces of the bacon into the cookies to make it even more yum,
Well, I think
but
that
he
would
didn't
be
do
good.
that. Yeah,
Is
he
it
didn't
like
do
a
that.
bar cookie?
No, regular cookies, like a
Okay, so
regular
you
chocolate chip
spoon them
cookie.
out. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
Oh my
you know what?
gosh.
You totally. I could see you making it that way. Yeah. Especially. Oh gosh. Okay. Here's an idea. You make them a little bit oblong, and you kind of wrap it around a piece of bacon. How's that for an idea? I've actually got
It
an
all sounds
idea
good.
brimming in my head of some kind of a butterscotch related cookie. With bacon. Bacon and butterscotch. Oh God,
See,
my
no,
mouth.
I don't know how you guys are up in the northern states, but in the southern state, you don't have to fry bacon to get bacon grease because you've got jars of it. You either have a jar that's on the back of your stove, or you
Yep.
just pour the bacon grease
I
in,
have I
or
have
I
started
have two
I have
jars of
started
bacon
doing that,
grease
yeah.
in the refrigerator for whenever I need some
We have
bacon
we
grease.
have we have only recently started realizing the value of bacon grease. So
Mhm.
I started saving my bacon grease, if for no other reason for to fry my burgers in. I have a
Mm.
recipe for Elvis's favorite cookie, bacon and banana pudding. Yes,
Ooh.
yes. So
See, bacon
Elvis
is good on anything.
It
Elvis
is.
used to love fried peanut butter and
Banana sandwiches.
banana sandwiches
Hmm.
in made in bacon grease. And let me tell you
Mm.
something, those things. Well, I understand why he got so big at the end of his life, but I'll tell you something. Those things are
Oh, yeah,
yummy.
I bet. Here's
Bacon
a
makes
thing that I
everything
wanted
better.
to
Yeah.
try to do is with pancakes, is taking some pancake mix and kind of make it into a
Oh, dip
line,
the
then
bacon
put the
into
bake,
the
then put the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
bacon
No,
in,
no, no.
and
That's
then
very,
cover
very
the
good.
top of it.
Oh, that's an old Boy
Oh,
Scout trick. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
oh,
good stuff.
oh gosh, that just seems. And then you can take it and then you just dip it in your syrup if you want to, or whatever.
Or you can smear Nutella on it.
Ooh.
You know, I used to eat Nutella all the time. I had got to where I got burned out of Nutella. We used to
Yeah,
buy it all the time,
yeah.
but that, yeah. It's
To me, Nutella is the taste of Christmas. I don't know why.
oh, mm,
Just we only usually had it around Christmas time. But oh
mm-hmm.
my gosh, that's a wonderful thing. And then Netter was the one who had me try instead of peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter and Nutella. Her reasoning was kind of like a Reese's, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what?
I call it my Reese's peanut butter
Pretty
sandwich.
darn good, yeah.
Mm. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. I might
So
have to
I
go
think we're going
eat.
to be having peanut butter and Nutella when this stream ends, and we should probably be
Ooh,
wrapping it up pretty shortly.
Yes, and you were nervous
yes.
about being able to talk for an hour. We actually went over.
We just get you talking about food and games
The
and
food, yeah.
you know
I love food. That's part of
Absolutely.
my problem.
So now,
sometimes on Friday nights you get me talking about booze.
yeah. So, my lovelies, we are at 237. Do you think we can get 3 more? Is there anyone who has not yet subbed? And you can go over there and show Mrs. Dadman Walking the Love. The link to her channel is pinned to the top of the chat. And I know you guys are totally Osmo.
What are we
and
at right now?
We're at 237. Can we get 3 more to get up to 240?
Oh,
That's
that would be
That would be
so
a
cool.
great
amazing,
milestone.
I'm
guys.
excited to have
All of you,
237. Thank you guys.
Matt Cheatwood, JPRPH1, you guys already subscribe. Mark
I know some of
Melnikoff,
them.
Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies.
I love
welcome,
saying that.
welcome. I know, right? That's just such a great title.
Groovy, man. Groovy.
Groovy
I just like
Movies.
saying it. Groovy movies.
Uh, you made 4 Metlets while listening to this stream. Awesome. Kapla.
Yeah, Matt said he
Awesome.
subscribed.
Thanks,
I know
buddy.
a couple other people said they subscribed to
Right.
the
That is awesome.
stream.
Thank you guys very much for that.
And
yeah.
again, you know what?
See,
I'm
that's
gonna have
part
to.
of what this show is about. Not only am I getting to know you better,
Yep.
but
Mm.
everyone in the chat gets to know you. They get to know your channel. They go to your channel, they check you out, they subscribe. That helps to build your channel. Because as PJ from Orville Nation always says, together we grow.
Yep.
We are one
Mm-hmm.
big family here. And I know, that might sound a little, what's the word?
Cheesy,
Yeah, cheesy.
but it's
But we
not.
are. This is my family. You'll hear it in my outro. I say this at the end of every stream, and I firmly believe it. They're not just words to end a stream. I
Mm-hmm.
really mean everything I say at the end of my stream.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we're at 238. Let's see. Let me refresh. 240.
Well, I
There we go. We
Oh,
got it.
See, my
We
thank you.
got
lovelies.
it.
thank
told
you.
you.
Thank you.
And
Yes,
right
I.
after this stream, make sure that you
Go over to deleted scenes.
deleted scenes. I just dropped the link one more time
Oh,
because he will
awesome.
tell you everything he's got coming up for the weekend.
Yes, which is
Awesome.
everything under the sun because
Which is
he
a
never
lot of
sleeps.
Oh, he's
But
one of those.
Oh, hello,
I do
Playing Down
sleep.
Under. I've been trying to say hello to people as they've been coming in.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And at least dropping hi, sweeties, if I haven't said your name out loud.
Absolutely. And Mrs. Dadman Walking, what have you got coming up in the next week or two that people should be watching out for? All your new subscribers, what they should be watching for.
Well, unfortunately, I am on I'm on vacation mode. I had to come to some family. They
Nope,
needed
you're
some
not
help with some
allowed. You got to
stuff.
stream all the time.
So I am doing my morning musings show Monday through Fridays. So I will have my show tomorrow at 10 a.m. I will be on Dadman's channel that evening because his birthday is on Saturday.
Oh,
And I'll
happy birthday, Dad.
But
Yes.
normally what I do is I would do my morning stream, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays I'd be do brick builds, Lego or any other type of bricks, uh, things that I have. That will not be next week. I might be starting that the week after that. I'm not 100% sure when I'm going to be back home to do all that. So I'm kind of on a modified schedule right now. But yes, I will be doing my morning musings Monday through Friday at 10 a.m., at least for the next couple of weeks. Um, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. But yes, I do have build streams. I do game streams normally. Like I said, I am on a modified schedule um, at this time. So just keep kind of checking out my channel. Follow me on Twitter, or Twix, as I call it, somebody shared that with me, that name, and I just loved it because it was kind of a combination of Twitter and X. And so, but on Twitter at MDadmanWalking, I believe that's it. I don't think there's a 55 at the end. Um,
I'll tell you in a minute.
but
Yes, M
a-
Dead Man Walking. That's the whole thing. No
and
periods or anything like that. Just M
no,
Dead Man Walking.
and whenever I do anything, I try to promote it there at least an hour before the show, um, and stuff like that. So that's the yeah. Like I say, I do more stuff, but right now I am. It's modified, um, just
Sure.
because I can't bring my web cameras and my build sets and everything when I'm traveling. As much as I would
Okay.
love to, it doesn't work.
What about your phone? Just a
Well, I
thought.
just don't. I've done them on my phone, but the thing is more the time because when I do my
Sure.
build streams, they're usually at a minimum 3 up to 6 hours. Just
Wow. Yeah.
because
Yeah, I can understand that.
I
Sure.
try to finish the stream. I try
Yeah.
to finish the build. I don't like splitting them up. So
Yeah.
I can't really do that here. It doesn't work, and I don't have the space. But I will be getting back to doing that within the next couple weeks,
Awesome.
and I'll promote it on on my uh, X account. It just sounds so wrong to say
I just still
X.
say Twitter.
I know. It
I know,
sounds dirty.
I know
That's
it
why I still say
does.
Twitter. I still say
Well,
Twitter.
that I kind of like I say, I modified it to Twix.
Twix. Yeah, a lot of people are starting to say that now.
Yeah,
Yep.
somebody shared that with me, and I went, "Oh, I love it," and so I stole it.
It sounds like yummy chocolate bars.
Yeah.
It is a yummy chocolate bar.
There we go.
But so
Oh, good
yes,
night,
and this is
Sashi.
Take care, Sashi.
thank you so much for watching the show, and thank you guys so much for having me on. This has been
Oh,
fun,
absolutely.
and I'm actually kind of laying back on the couch and relaxing while I'm talking to you. It's been very nice.
Yeah, like I said, you were
You're
nervous
good
about this.
talkers.
See? Yeah.
You're good talkers.
Oh, thank you.
So
Well,
it's
you
been a
know,
blast.
Mr. Deadman Walking will be on in 3 weeks. So if you want to pop in and also be on the stream with them, I don't have any issue with that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. If I am able, I will. Sounds really
Wonderful.
cool.
Awesome.
Awesome.
And of course, we want Deadman Walking to have a wonderful birthday on Saturday.
Yes. Can I do a little plug? If you
Sure.
guys
No,
go
no, you
over
can't. No.
if you no, if you guys go over to my YouTube channel, if
Uh
you
huh.
guys know Dad Man Walking, if you go to my YouTube channel, we have a PO box.
Okay.
Drop him a birthday card because I'm not able to be
Oh,
there
great idea.
for his
Yeah.
birthday. Drop him a birthday card. He might get it on Sunday, whatever. It doesn't matter. We celebrate birthdays for a month,
If
That's
you
and
have
a
like
brilliant
an email
idea.
address, people can send virtual cards.
um, I, d- I do, but I don't quite remember the one that I use for this. I think it's Mrs.DadmanWalking55 at Gmail, but then he won't get them, and I don't think he has one for Dadman Walking. He does, but I don't know what it is. I vaguely remember my name. I'm
Thank you,
just
Lady B,
happy
for
I
posting
don't
that.
I'm just happy I don't dox him on the channels because I almost say his real name all the time.
Yeah, with Agent Boomer, there was this one time we were in the green room after a show, and I said I called him Boomer, and he's like, Troy, you do know my name, right? And I'm like, yeah, I do, but if I use your name on a regular basis, I might dox you during a stream. I don't want to do
Oh,
that.
Well,
okay.
that's why we call our youngest on the stream. I always say my youngest or Ang. Um, I don't
There you go.
I don't use their real name. Even we're like in a store and I'm like Ang, Ang,
Yeah.
I
and
mean,
it's
it's
like
like me and Troy, everyone knows his name is Troy Pacelli. Everyone knows I'm his wife. But I don't use my name. I mean, and a bunch of people know my first name is Nanette. But I don't use my name on stream. My brand is Netter's Network. So whenever somebody starts using Nanette, it's like, that's not my brand. Please stick to my brand name.
Yeah.
Because
it gets confusing.
Well, not only that, but it's kind of like a doxing. Even though people know my name, a lot of people know my name. It's like, I don't want you using my name on a stream. I want you to use my brand because I want people to associate me with the brand, not my real name, because I don't use my real name.
Right.
So, yeah.
And that's where I say it gets confusing because I see sometimes there's people that, and I know them as whatever their dream name is, and then in the chat people use a real name, and I'm like, who are they talking to? Who are they talking about?
Yeah.
And that's okay. I mean, they don't have a problem with it, but I get so confused because I barely, like I say, I barely remember my own name. I have got a horrible memory. I tell everybody that. I have got a horrible memory. Um,
Yeah.
it's
There's one
it's
person that shows up in the chat. It's like FKCH 2005. I think that's the when they've got a more complicated handle like that where you can't like pronounce it, it's not like a word. It's like sometimes they'll go, just call me, like he says, call me Tim, just call me Tim.
Yeah.
So it's like,
He
okay.
does that on on
Yeah.
my morning show, and I never remember, so I call him. I think it's FHKC or something.
Yeah,
But I'm
he's a
like,
sweetie.
yeah, yeah. But I'm like, I'm not going to remember that because I'm horrible. I'm horrible with people. If you ask me if I watch a movie, if you ask me details about it, if it's been like 2 weeks, I won't remember anything. And dad man drives me crazy. He's like, "Oh yeah, you remember this?" I'm like, "No, I don't." He goes, "Yes, you do." I said, "No, I don't remember it." Do you know who I am? I can go watch a movie 3 or 4 times and and go, "Oh yeah, this is vaguely familiar," and enjoy it all over again.
Oh,
But
I,
it's just
sorry, I have a
horrible,
message.
horrible memory.
Bucky said, Dad, man, and I are about. Oh, go away, pop up. Dad, man, and I are about to play Fortnite. His phone died. He wanted me to pass it on. I've been lurking. Okay, Bucky.
Oh, okay.
And the
Okay,
email
doke.
that I have pinned on the screen right now, that's where
Hmm.
you can send virtual birthday cards. So make a note of that and send
Awesome.
Deadman Walking a virtual birthday card because he will definitely get it in time for Saturday.
Awesome. Yes. Send him birthday greetings. I'm going to be on some
Absolutely.
of his shows. So, but yeah, what is true. It says like I say, we play Destiny with him. He says he can tell me something about Destiny. I'll be lucky if I remember it 5 minutes after he tells me. I'm
Yeah,
bad, but it's okay.
I can get
It's,
that way
it's,
with some things. It's like, who is that person again? What was their role?
you know,
Wait,
it, it's actually not too bad because, when you forget things, you don't get anxious about a lot of stuff because you just don't remember.
Fair
now.
enough. So, so yeah, we should probably,
Oh,
Probably be
yes, I
wrapping
because
up.
I
see.
think Deleted Scenes wants to go live pretty soon.
Oh, sorry.
No, no,
No,
no,
no,
no
no, you're
worries.
fine.
So tomorrow night, I hope that you all want to maybe continue hanging out and having fun. Tomorrow night, Aged Boomer and I will be over on Deleted Scenes. Because everything is Deleted Scenes, right? Aged Boomer and I will be on Last Call on my channel tomorrow night at 9 Central, 10 Eastern, where we're going to be, well, I'm going to be drinking. I don't know about all the rest of y'all. And we're going to be talking about some of our favorite urban legends.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So join us tomorrow night on Last Call. Let's see. Saturday, we will be watching a movie with Netter's Network's
Yep.
Retro Cinema. What are we going
Right
to be
back
watching?
here again. We're going to be watching Dolores Claiborne. A Cosme link will be provided so you don't have to own your own copy. So we'll be watching the film and doing a commentary as we're going along. It's going to be a lot of
you should
fun.
enjoy
Hope you'll
that.
join us for that.
All the things that Deleted Scenes is going to be talking about in a few minutes over on his channel will be happening on Sunday. And, of course, Geeky Geezers at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. where we'll bring you the rundown of the geeky news. A lot of stuff going on in gaming.
In case you didn't know, Troy's one of the geezers.
I'm kind of a geeky geezer. That's absolutely right. And
then Monday night at movies with Last Call.
Monday night, in honor of Netter, is showing Dolores Claiborne, and she's like, I want to see Fried Green Tomatoes, so we're gonna do a Monday night at the movies tomato twofer. We're gonna do Fried Green Tomatoes and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Awesome.
That'll be Monday night, 8 Central, 9 Eastern.
That's something I want to start doing, is showing movies. I have over 3,000 DVDs and TV shows, and I want to start sharing them.
Yeah, Netter and I are the same way, and that's why because we realize if we don't start doing this, I will never even watch all the movies we've got. So for crying out loud, if we're going to be watching them anyway, let's just stream them and watch them with our friends. So,
so
Fried Green Tomatoes is great.
Fried Green Tomatoes, the movie or the actual food?
Or both.
Or both.
I think both, because later he says killer tomatoes too.
Okay. And then let's see, Tuesday we are on Deleted Scene Show. It's live from Sparkwood 21. Well, we will be watching.
Well, we will.
Because we already did Flappy.
Deleted. We're gonna have to. What did we say?
You're doing the music one.
No. I think we were gonna dive into the Agent Cooper stuff next week. I don't remember now. But it's Twin Peaks related, and we're gearing up for the return in a couple weeks.
Yes.
And then that brings us around to next week. Who's your guest next
Thursday,
week?
right here, right back here on Netter's Network, Thursday Things. My special guest will be Obnoxious and Anonymous.
Speaking of Twin Peaks, he is a huge Twin Peaks super fan who has not only has he done his own Twin Peaks fan film, but he is crowdfunding to do 2 more, and we will be talking to him about that on Thursday. Yep.
Yes, and despite his name, he's not really obnoxious and anonymous. He's actually very sweet.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He really is. But you know what? Even obnoxious and anonymous is okay with me. As long as you're relatively respectful and we have a good conversation, which I'm sure we will. So that is the week in review from us. That's what Mrs.DadmanWalking's got coming up, and that's all I got.
Yes.
I'll shut up now.
Awesome. Yay.
So, Mrs. Dadman do you have any final words?
Well, I'd like to say what I always say at the end of my shows, because it's very, very important to me. I say it after every stream that I do, and I always say, see you next time, and remember to be kind and to show love, and remember you're not promised tomorrow, so go to bed each night with no regrets. And most of all, I wish you all peace, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is in your neck of the woods. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Oh, that's really sweet. And with that said, I wanted to remind everyone to please make sure that you are subbed to every member of the panel, as well as every member of the chat. And if you think you're subbed, please go back and double check that you're still subbed, because YouTube.
Yeah.
And our final count for tonight, I'm going to refresh one more time. 241 subs.
There you go.
Ooh.
There you go.
Yay!
Figured we'd get you a few more.
Thank you.
Totally Osmo chat family, they always step up and encourage and show the love, and
yes, thank you guys so much. Thank you.
You guys are awesome. Yeah. Thank you.
And with
you're Osmo.
Yes, you're Osmo. And with that said, we can talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well, good, and fun. But it is so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat, and you're dropping your comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. Hi, Sashi. It feels like we're all hanging out in the same room, enjoying each other's company and having a great time. And you guys, you know you're not just our friends. You are our family. We love you guys, and we appreciate you so very much. You can be anywhere right now, and you're here encouraging not only us, but our guests and everyone else in the chat. So thank you for being here. Thank you for all the encouragement, for showing all the love to our guests. Yeah, you guys are totally Osmo. And until next time, good night and God bless.